Students, welcome back to session where we are discussing dispensed medication that are powders. I am Ashwini Zamdade, lecturer at Sanjeevani College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Kopargaon. In this session, we are going to discuss the problems encountered in powder formulation. The number of problems arises while dispensing the powders containing volatile substances, hygroscopic and deliquescent powders, eutectic mixtures, efflorescent powders, liquids, explosive substances, potent drugs, etc. We are going to study each of these and the problems associated with it and the solutions for the same. Firstly, we are going to discuss volatile substances. Volatile substances are those substances which has tendency to evaporate in atmosphere. Certain vegetable powders contain volatile oils. The problem associated with volatile substances is the evaporation of volatile oils from powders. The certain vegetable powders contain volatile oil may evaporate in the atmosphere. To prevent the loss of volatile oils, these vegetable drugs must be powdered lightly in the mortar. Similarly, the volatilization of substances like menthol, camphor, and essential oils may take place on incorporation in powders. This is prevented or minimized by using double wrapping method. The inner wrapping must be of wax paper and the outer wrapping must be of any thick paper. The next substances are hygroscopic and deliquescent powders. Now, what are hygroscopic substances? These are the powders which absorbs moisture from the atmosphere and get liquefied. But certain powders absorb moisture to such a great extent that they go into solution form and are called as deliquescent powders. The examples of such includes ammonium chloride, iron and ammonium citrate, pepsin, phenobarbital, sodium bromate, etc. The problem associated with such drugs are absorption of moisture from air leading to partial or complete deliquification. To reduce the amount of surface area exposed to the moisture, we can prevent it. Then pack it in aluminum foil or in a plastic film packets. Then addition of light magnesium oxide to reduce the tendency to damp. Addition of adsorbent materials such as starch. These are some of the ways by which we can protect the hygroscopic and deliquescent powders from environment. Then next type of powders are eutectic mixtures. Now what are eutectic mixtures? Eutectic mixtures are two or more substances mixed together and they form liquefy due to formation of new compound which has low melting point than room temperature. The melting point of many eutectic mixtures are below room temperature, for example, menthol, thymol, phenol, salol, camphor, etc. These substances can be dispensed by two methods. Dispense as a separate set of powders with direction that one set of each kind shall be taken as a done. An equal amount of any of the inert absorbent like magnesium carbonate, light magnesium oxide, kaolin, starch, lactose, calcium phosphate, etc. may be mixed with eutectic substances and then blended together lightly with a spatula or a sheet of paper. These are the some solutions which can be used to prevent the eutectic mixture from atmosphere. Then next come efflorescent powders. Efflorescent powders has tendency to release the water of crystallization. The crystalline substances which during storage lose their water of crystallization and change to powder, that is to be efflorescent, which liberate water, convert the powder to the paste or to the liquid form. For example, alum, atropine sulfate, citric acid, codeine phosphate, etc. Solution for this is using the anhydrous form or treating it in a manner similar to hygroscopic powders is the preventive measure we can take for efflorescent powders. Next are liquids which are used in the powders. In certain prescriptions, the liquid medicaments are also incorporated in dispensing powders. If the quantity of the liquid is less, then it may triturate with an equal amount of powders with slow addition of remaining quantity of powders. If the quantity of liquid is large, then an adsorbent or absorbent may be added to prevent the liquefaction. Then next are the explosive substances. Oxidizing agents or oxidizing substances such as potassium chromate is mixed with reducing substances such as tannic acid. There are chances of violent explosion which may lead to serious consequences. Sodium peroxide, silver nitrate, and silver oxide explode violently when saturated in mortar with reducing agent. To prevent this, the powder should be comminute each salt separately or subject to a minimum pressure so that the explosion may be avoided. The potent drugs are the substances having maximum dose less than 60 mg or 1 grain, and those are poisonous substances are regarded as potent drugs. For example, codeine phosphate 10 mg is an example of potent drug. The small quantity of potent drug should not be weighed on dispensing balance. Potent drugs are saturated with some diluent such as lactose in definite proportion to make a weighable quantity for each powder. Generally, potent drugs is reduced to fine powders, and to these a equal quantity of diluent is mixed by thorough saturation in a mortar. Then the rest of the diluent is incorporated in the successive portion with thorough saturation each time. The example already we have seen, that is codeine phosphate, and generally the potent drugs are mixed together with diluent using geometrical mixing method. This is all about the problems associated or encountered in powder formulations or preparations. The remaining part we are going to study in the next session. Till then, thank you. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning.